be in the stables, or we want to be somewhere really small.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can get that really intimate exchange.
Yeah, and it's enriching, isn't it, when you see theatre at that level, because you do see so many young people, not just on stage.
Well, that's it, and it'd be nice to feel like, you often feel like theatre isn't talking to the young people, and so I've tried to make sure that everybody knows we are talking to a younger mind, we're talking with that voice and that spirited voice, and so they can feel a part of it, so they feel like they're coming to their own little church, you know, where they can discuss their ideas and then come out in the foyer and yell at each other about what they think it was about, you know. And so we've got a show coming on in September, October called Waikiki Hip, which is a couple of Melbourne guys, Lally Katz and Chris Cowell, are bringing up a show of theirs, and that's going to be really exciting to finish off the year.
You touched on it before. You've written a film that you're in, 10 Empty.
Yeah, 10 Empty, yeah.
What's it like? I mean, I understand Jack Thompson's in that movie.
Jack Thompson's in it, yeah.
What's it like when you've written the script and Jack comes up to you and says, "Listen, son, I want to change a couple of words."
You just nod, you know, like that. Whatever you want, Jack. You can play a female character if you want, you know, whatever you want.
Actually, seriously? You just defer to Jack?
I mean, that's why Jack's such a great guy. I mean, this film was made on, you know, less than $2 million. I co-wrote it with Anthony Hayes. Young producer Naomi Wank produced it, and Jack read the script, you know, and you know, we're not going to be able to offer him much. We could just afford a trailer for the few days he was kind of there, but he was great. He was passionate about it because the story, it doesn't make fun of the suburban Australian. It's a story about the everyday guy, and it's a really complicated story about the things that families deal with. And he just loved that because he's a true Australian. He wants to see stories that really evoke that and illuminate, you know, the everyday Australian and the beauty, the complex beauty of that. And so he was just supportive, and he was always there. He listened to everything Tony had to say to him, and he was such a passionate ambassador for the story.
I saw an early screening the other day of December Boys, and he's in that as well, and it's fantastic, and he clearly has this real dedication to Australian film.
He does, and that's it. And he read it and he thought, oh, this is going to be one of those ones that takes the piss out of the Aussie guy and turns him into this kind of, you know, irreverent yobbo character, but it's not, and that's when he gets interested in the script.
See, Australian film is in a really good place as well, and Noise is a classic example. I watched Noise last night, which is a movie that's been released, and you're the lead player in it.
Yeah.
It's a magnificent movie.
Thank you.
And the interesting thing about it is that your character has tinnitus, but there's so much is made about the silence and the space in the movie. Is that because of the character having tinnitus? Yeah,
I guess it's Matthew. I mean, that's probably more a question for Matthew Saville, who wrote and directed it, but he was working with the isolation, I think, that something like tinnitus can give you. You know, to have
which is the ringing in the ears.
The ringing in the ears, which can be a symptom of a possible brain tumour, of a brain cancer. So this character, Graham, again, is walking around in his life the whole time wondering if he's going to die, and this constant ringing in the ears acts as kind of an alarm for this guy, because he's such a, you know, he's such a reluctant character. You know, he kind of suffers from pathological reluctance. He doesn't want to be a part of anything, but he's got this ringing in the ears, which is saying, kind of stand up and do something. You know what I mean? And but you know, those kind of outer suburban areas are very quiet, and there is a lot of space to think, and you know, it adds to the menace of the film very much. Yeah.
Brendan, I'm wondering, how does it help you as an actor when you also are involved in, you know, theatre, television, and movies, and when you're also writing? Does it keep you more grounded? Is there less of an ability for you to kind of get above your station?
You ask more questions, don't you?
You ask more questions, Like some directors fear me, some directors love me. Like Matthew and I got on really well because when I read his script, I realised this was a fantastic writer. So I adored it, and I wanted to find out every single reason for everything, as opposed to go, you really need to rewrite the dialogue. You know, I'm not like that at all. When something's great, I kind of honour it. And I don't know, but it's
You're just very down to earth.
I am down to earth, but the more successful you get, or the less successful, whatever happens, this industry is so full of disappointments and joys and disappointments that you can never really get carried away, because no matter what level you're at, the disappointments just get grander. Because you're suddenly on a bigger scale, you want a bigger thing, and then you don't get it, and that happens every week. You know, for us, it's like going for 6-7 job interviews a week. You know, and you're only maybe going to get one of them if you're lucky. And
that rejection is extraordinary.
The rejection's extraordinary. So you're getting punched in the heart every week, but then you get something beautiful comes out of it. And that's why I kind of like making my own stuff. You know, because you kind of go around that in a little way, and And I'm a bit of a control freak. I've never been very good at waiting for someone to tell me when I can do something, like act, because it's so personal. So I'd rather make something of my own so that I can be an artist the whole time and not wait till someone goes, okay, you can come there for 2 hours and do it there and then go home, you know. I've never kind of understood that, but I don't know, I just like telling stories. I don't really get caught up in the rest of it, I guess, you know.
Look,
it's tough.
It's a real pleasure to meet you today. We've green-lighted you all the way to the airport, so you won't miss your plane.
Yeah, thanks for your time. It's been great to meet you.
Absolute pleasure.
And all the best. All the best.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot. I'll need it.